What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Richard Taylor, and I'm back with more information regarding the death of Javion Magee. And we're going to get right into this without any preliminaries. The reason that I showed Javion walking out of the Walmart, and that is the first time I've showed that. And the reason why I haven't showed it before, because I don't want to create or go with that narrative saying he bought the rope to unalive himself. The reason I'm showing it today so you can see what he is wearing. Now, as you see, he had on a white t-shirt, dark pants, white socks, and black Crocs, right? And so yesterday I showed you this picture. This picture was taken from the website or the social media site of Prophet PI. This picture was, I guess, sent to him by someone. And you see, once again, 3 police officers. And this was allegedly the night before Javion was found. But thanks to some of you out there, and I thank you all for calling in with tidbits of advice and things that I may have missed. Thanks to you, it is evident by this picture, and you will see here, if you zoom in right there on the side of that police car, that is not a police symbol. That is actually the silhouette or the reflection of Javion Magee sitting either on his knees or on his behind in front of the police officers. And we'll zoom in real quick. If you see there on the side of the truck, you see a white shirt, black arms, right? Now you see that picture right there. And actually the police with the beard is actually looking down on him. And I think Javion is facing him, because if you look at this picture, in which I circled, this picture right here circles the legs. Now, once again, those legs look like they are sprawled out in front of him. With his ankles pointed inward and his toes pointing outward. And if once again you look on the reflection of that car, you will see once again the silhouette of what looks to be Javion Magee. And if you listen to the broadcast from yesterday, you had the older gentleman talking about how he saw them. There was a traffic stop and they had him on the ground, and he was saying, "Please let me call my mama. Let me call my mama." And it's evident from this picture that this is the scene that the man was describing. This right here is clear-cut evidence that Javion Magee was in police custody the night before his unfortunate demise. Now, as you also know, here's some more information. You remember the gentleman was talking about the KKK bar or the redneck bar in his call yesterday. He was talking about the bars up there. You don't go there. You know, everybody knows there's a bar. You need to go find out where that bar is, right? And so once again, thanks to one of you, one of the faithful listeners, he sent me the name and address of that bar. And the name and address of the bar is going to shock you, but it's also what the pictures I'm going to show you of the bar exudes racism, KKK, Confederacy, all of those things rolled up into one. Now, if you remember the first video, the older gentleman I talked to off camera also told me, hey, that's right up there where the redneck bar was. Now, there's a lot of residents from Henderson that is saying that there is no, racism or redneck bars, but this actually begs to differ from that. Now, I'm going to show you this first, and because there might be some correlation between where Javion was found and this bar. We all know that Javion's body was found on the lot of T&R Tractor and Trailer Repair. T&R. Now, I looked up on the North Carolina Secretary of State who owns T&R. And as you see right here, the owner of this facility is one Mr. Alton Ray Patrick, as you see here. And the second owner is a Faye Patrick, or the secretary. I assume that is his significant others. Now, mind you, when I went into the office the first day that I went to Henderson, I spoke with the young lady, and she brought Miss Patrick out, and she looked at my card. I handed her my card, and she looked at the card and was like, "We're not talking to anybody." And she handed me the card back. And so that's when I walked out. But now the T&R actually holds a lot of relevance because someone else sent me the location and the name of the bar. And this bar is located at 688 Abbott Road in Henderson, North Carolina. And the name of the bar is T.R.'s Lounge and Grill. T.R.'s Lounge and Grill. The place where Javion's body was found at is T&R's Tractor and Trailer Repair. It doesn't seem coincidental to me. Now, so I did look up T.R.'s Lounge and Grill and several different variations on the Secretary of State website, and I could not find any results. So maybe it's listed under another name. Maybe I should search the address. Nevertheless, looking at this bar, and I'm going to show you guys these pictures, and you tell me, is this not what the gentleman or the two gentlemen were talking about as being a racist or redneck or a KKK bar? Look at this first picture right here. This is the picture that comes up when you Google the site. There you see T&R's Lounge. You see the big rebel flag hanging on the flagpole, but you also see a big rebel flag in the mirror. And it says open. You see the motorcycles on the flagpole and things of that nature. Now, also, here you see as well, now these are on the Google search, and these are photos by the owner. Under the caption, photos by the owner. So this is what the owner is putting on Google when his bar comes up. This is what he wants you to know. There's another Confederate flag there in plain sight on the website. Now, let's go inside of the bar. Now, this is one picture of the bar. You see, three people there. You see, once again, the rebel flag in the background. Nobody's bothered by it. And here you see another picture of a young man playing pool. Once again, the rebel flag is big and bright as day. Also, here is another picture, the bar full. You see the rebel flag in the distance on the window. Here's another picture there. You see the bar is full again with the rebel flag in the back. Once again, everybody is unbothered by that flag. And I'll show you two more. This one right here, you see a plethora of flags right there to the right. Now, I don't know what that middle flag is. That's that middle flag between the two white goats. I don't know if that's some kind of, maybe a Proud Boy or, one of those supremacist groups there. And you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And once again, this last couple here, the last couple right here, you see them at the bar. They're very unbothered. They're having a great time. But now, let's ask, where is this bar at in loco? Where is TR's Lounge and Grill in location to TNR's Trailer and Tractor Repair? You're going to see right here. Now, I had to pull up the old trusty MapQuest. If you're under 25, you probably never heard of MapQuest, but this is what we used to use before GPS. But this is what the MapQuest says. Now, point A is the trailer and truck repair. And you will go down one, and then you will make the little left, and you will come to B, which is that bar. Now, once again, the gentleman told me, I don't know if it was the one I spoke to yesterday, but the gentleman told me, yeah, right down the road from that tractor trailer place is a side road where, you know not to go there. And so this is evidently that bar. Now, if y'all could help me out, if y'all could find out who the owner of TR's Lounge and Grill, that would help us out in deciding if it is in relation to TNR Tractor Trailer. Because if the police, once again, I'm leaning towards the police, because as you see, it's clear-cut footage that they had Javion on the ground at night, the night before. That is not a crime scene investigation. There is no tape. Somebody tried to say that. If they had him on the ground night before, where do I put him at? I will put him in this lot, which a person who owns this lot with TNR may be associated with TNR's Lounge. And we all know, we all see the climate, the attitude, the atmosphere, the ideology of TR's Lounge. So if we're going to put it right there, that is the perfect place to put them, because we know, yeah, they're going to say, well, no, we don't know anything. We're not going to show you no cameras. We're not going to talk anything of that nature. Now, mind you, if it is, because if you look at the police report looks, and you can look with me, it says others involved. Who's involved? Who's the other involved? Mr. Alton Ray Patrick, who's the owner of TNR Tractor and Trailer Repair Shop. But also, I mean, am I reaching by saying that he may be the owner of TR's Lounge and Grill? So I need y'all help with finding out who the owner of that place is. Once again, I may, after this video, look up the address where it's located at, and then maybe I can find that information through the Secretary of State website thereof. But once again, I want to just put this information out there, because a lot of people from Henderson, a lot of people have been saying, well, there's no racism there. Anytime you're flying a Confederate flag in 2024 proudly, I don't think, you can deny where your ideology lies. And so I don't know if it's a cognitive dissonant thing where people are saying these things, or, everybody, gets along. There's literally, and you notice in all of those pictures, there was nobody in those pictures that looked like me. Right? Nobody in those pictures looked like me. So nevertheless, once again, we're going to go back to these pictures. Once again, this is the picture. You see Javion's shadow circled in red. I don't think anyone will doubt that that is the silhouette of a person. Now, once again, if you look between the two officers' legs, the officers that are facing each other, if you look down at the bottom, there is some white socks. There you see some black shorts. And it looks like Javion is looking at them. You see the officer, he almost has a smirk on his face. And this is the point where I think the older gentleman who called yesterday, who said he was an eyewitness to it, saying that Javion was begging and pleading to call his mother, to have his phone. And once again, there was no record of the phone in the police report. And we have yet to hear of anything or any information relating to the phone. And once again, it's 2024. He's young, probably had an iPhone 39 or something. All of those things are on the iCloud, where he went, who he talked to. But I don't think anyone can deny. And once again, I'm going to show you the other picture with his leg circle. Once again, that is, this right here is the leg circle. And once again, you can see that silhouette right there in the truck. Now, as the Bible states again, what's hidden, all things shall be revealed. God makes known the hidden mysteries. And once again, I don't know where this picture came from. I don't know, once again, who saw it, but I don't think anyone can deny watching this video that is not Javion Magee. And I didn't notice it first. My good brother, I'm not going to shout out his name, but he said, look, that's him. And he circled him, as you saw. And also, I looked at the legs. It's definitely him. That's the only reason why I showed the video, so that you can compare these clothes to the clothes that you saw in the video. And so the question is, why is the police covering up this situation? And once again, as we know, that the mother and the father were not allowed to see the body for quite some time. I don't know even if they have the body, even though the funeral is scheduled for next week. So I'm not gonna harp on all of the things that we've already went over, all the inconsistencies. As you see, I played a little bit of him walking out the store, but if you watch him go into the truck, there is no stopping. Or that if they showed all of that, why couldn't they show him stopping and getting out and giving a homeless man money? I think once again, they're trying to create that narrative. Here you see it is dark, where 3 officers gathered around. Also, one last thing, a gentleman called me and was like, what were the police dressed like when I went to the sheriff department? I don't remember, but this gentleman says that he was a trucker. He is a trucker, and he's delivered down in this area many times. And what he told me, he said, those 3 right there look like Franklinton County Sheriff. And what he told me is that those 3, the same 3, he recognizes them. He said the same 3 always sit on the border of Franklinton and Vance County. And he said it's always the same 3. Now, mind you, when the other caller called yesterday too, she was like, those 3 are always together and they're always getting in some stuff. These are 2 separate callers who know nothing about each other, right? But he told me that he recognizes those are the same 3 officers that are always sitting by the border. And what they do is stop people and things like that. Now, mind you, once again, the sheriff who stays right across the street, right across the street from T&R Trailer and Truck Repair, is a Franklinton County sheriff. And people try to discount the fact that, well, no, he's not even a sheriff there. That doesn't mean he can't be involved with any of this, because if you know, sheriffs are brotherhood. If you're a sheriff from the neighboring county over, then of course you're not, if these sheriffs come over here and do something, the brotherhood is going to protect those sheriffs. And more importantly, the overall climate. Once again, if T&R Tractor and Trailer is owned by the same people who own T&R's Lounge and Grill, then we know that, okay, this is the perfect place to do something. And we're going to have our guys, because once again, if they own 2 businesses like that, they're very prominent. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of control. They have a lot of power. And, once again, power causes things to happen. And so the law bows to power and money. And so you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Y'all look at those pictures really closely and tell me, is that not Javion Magee in those photos? Y'all tell me, is that not Javion Magee in those photos? And I'm going to leave y'all with a few scriptures from Isaiah 5:23, who will acquit the guilty for a bribe and deprive the innocent of his right. Isaiah 1:23, your princes are rebels and companions of thieves. Everyone loves a bribe and runs after gifts. They do not bring justice to the fatherless, and the widow's cause does not come near them. Psalms 26:10, in whose hands are evil devices, and whose right hands are full of bribes. Deuteronomy 16:19, you shall not pervert justice. You shall not show partiality. For a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and subverts the cause of the righteous. So this is what we have. People who are perverting justice. People who probably have some power and are able to spread bribes around so people will turn a blind eye to the rights of the innocent. But Javion Magee was innocent. He was just a truck driver trying to make a living, and they tried to paint this narrative that he was some disgruntled 21-year-old man who drove way down to North Carolina to commit an act upon himself, when it's clearly these officers right here who are involved. Nevertheless, 919-587-7782. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous day. You can reach out to me or email TaylorPublishingHouse@gmail.com. Peace and blessings.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at TaylorPublishingHouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you on your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.